Good morning. Good morning. Today's episode is going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It is going to be good. The title is From Calling to Commitment. Let's go. Let's talk on purpose. Let's be honest. Feeling called is exciting, but staying committed, that's where most people quit. It's easy to say God called me. It's even harder to wake up every day and stay obedient when it gets uncomfortable. Today, we're talking about the difference between feeling called and being committed because purpose isn't just emotional, it's discipline. I can just share with you just a time that I felt called but wanted to quit. Now is that time. It has been a challenge. It has been a challenge. But when I tell you it has been worth it to commit to what it is that God has called me to do. There is a cost. Just like the disciples, there was a cost with them following Jesus. There's a cost to everything. But when it's the right thing, the reward on the other side is truly, truly a blessing. It far outweighs anything that you may have gone through to get to where it is that you are. This is a season where I feel commitment being heavy. I can just share with you the transition from 2025 to 2026, knowing that, like, okay, God, like this is last year was a year of freedom. 2026 is my year of new beginnings. And we know that with anything that is new, you have to kind of get used to it. You have to break it in like a good shoe. It has to, you have to get comfortable. You have to learn it, get familiar with it. And so, what I'm having to refamiliarize myself with is me. And this new me, it's a great me, but it feels great. It feels wonderful, but it's still an adjustment because it hasn't been the Shunte that I have been used to, and most people have been not been used to as well. But it has been really, really good. It has been a blessing. I have truly enjoyed the process. Now, it hasn't always felt good. It hasn't always seemed good, but it has been what has been good for me. And I'm so grateful to God for this moment and for this season of just commitment as well as obedience to get to the level that God has called me to get to. So we are going to dive in to this episode from calling to commitment. It is going to be good. Get your notepad, share it with a friend. Definitely lock in to this episode because we are going to define the difference between commitment as well as calling, and we're going to deep dive and be able to ask ourselves some questions. So we're going to go ahead and start with defining the difference. Calling is emotional. Commitment is intentional. Calling is emotional and commitment is intentional. So I got a few questions that I'm going to ask myself, and I'm going to answer them aloud, and I'm going to advise you to write down these same questions to ask yourself. But again, this is a moment where we're talking on purpose. I want you to understand my process and my journey. I'm not far from where it is that you are starting, but I'm along my way. I'm on my journey. And so I want to just be able to share with you and just be transparent in this moment and just be able to connect with you. So my first question says, what happens after the excitement fades? There was a song I remember hearing on the radio that says the thrill is gone, baby. What happens after the excitement fades? That's when ish get real. Let me just be honest. It's like going to church on a Sunday. It's a good sermon. You all in your feelings. You praising God. You're clapping. You're singing. Some of you shouting. Some of you falling out. All the good things. I mean, you're touched and you're excited. You're on your high all day on Sunday, but then Monday morning rolls around. And it's like, okay, God, now I got hyped up. I'm excited. How do I now move forward in what it is that you have called me to do? How do I move forward in this work week? How do I move forward in this parenting, being a wife, being a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is? Like, how do I move forward? And so what happens after the excitement phase, honestly, is you got to lock in. You got to stay excited about what it is that you're pursuing. And so honestly, that has been what has kept me motivated in this season is honestly just keeping my eye on the prize, seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, not certain what's gonna be in the tunnel. I remember watching a few episodes of The Fear Factor with Zion, and it's like, oh my God, I'm trying to get this money, I'm gonna win this money. And so of course the contestants are having to stay locked in on this. I think it's $100,000 or $1 million or whatever the prize is. But now they're getting rats and roaches put all on them, eating cow brain and just doing all this ridiculous stuff, which, again, fear factor, it's like, okay, like, but you're willing to get through it to get to the end game. And so that's what happens at the excitement phase. You have to encourage yourself. You have to keep your eye on the prize and keep moving forward. It says, the next question says, do you still show up when nobody applauds? I can't tell you the number of times, even more recently with the situation where everybody's been recognized. Like, I know I'm doing the work, I'm putting in all this extra time, I'm putting all these things together to make sure that things run smoothly, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay. And yet, and still, I didn't get the recognition, I didn't get the excitement, I didn't get the pen, I didn't get these things. And God had to remind me, who are you doing it for? Are you doing it for me? Or are you doing it for you? Ego, for the attention, for the applause. And I had to again go back, again, this new Shunte, and say, God, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it because I want overall for this thing, for this group, for this opportunity to prevail and to be greater. And so I'm doing it for this goal and this purpose. And so it's okay whether I'm recognized or not recognized. It's okay if people applaud or not applaud. At the end of the day, this is my purpose for doing it. And it was never for an applause or for recognition. It was truly for this purpose in which it is that I'm doing it for. And that's it. And so that is what I've been able to do when nobody shows up. I can't tell you a number of times, even with my organization, Genesis Outreach Incorporated, where I have had different things to come up and, in terms of events, and I'm looking for volunteers, I'm looking for people to show up, and I'm the only person there. And God reminds me of this song that my granny would play, and it says, I'll go if I have to go by myself. And so I'm oftentimes reminded, like, I'll do it even if I have to do it by myself. God, if this is what you want me to do, you're going to keep me company. I'm going to put on some music, or I'm going to just sit there. I'm going to walk in it, whatever it is. And it's just going to be you and I. And I can't tell you the number of times that has been the best time, the best moments when it's just been God and I. And I've just had so much revelation, or just gotten so much peace, or even just so much done with it being just me. And so it's not just about when no one shows up or applause, but it's the other things that come along with it. So my next question says, are you committed to the work or just the idea of the title? Let me just say, for anybody that has a business, an organization, a job, any of those things, ministry is work. You have to commit to the work, not the title, the work, because we know with every title, there's work that it comes in it. And the higher you go, the more work that comes along with it. But the question becomes, are you committed? Are you committed to the work or just the idea of the title? So my point is this: calling is inspiration, commitment is definitely discipline. So here we go. Calling feels good, commitment requires work. I want to talk about just the late nights, the rejection, the financial strain, the growth pains, and also even sometimes being misunderstood. All of these are things I just want to throw out there that comes along with commitment. It definitely requires work. Calling feels good. It's like, hey, it's like a good girlfriend calling, like, oh my God, I've been waiting for her to call me. Your homeboy, like, yo, let's go and hang out and shoot some pool. Like, all right, cool. But the commitment of it, when you get there, the work that goes into trying to, rack a thing of pool balls. I'm probably saying this completely wrong, but I enjoyed hanging out with a friend on this past Monday night playing pool or whatever. But it was like, okay, now you got to put in the work. Now I'm talking junk. And now it's like, okay, hey, now you got to deliver on what it is you've been talking about. And so, needless to say, I did, end up winning. Now I had a little help and a little grace that was extended. But either way it goes, I did put in the work and I did win that game. And so I want to kind of just talk about some biblical foundation when it comes down to calling and commitment. So I'm going to lean into obedience. Philippians 1:6 says, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Let me talk about it. God starts things in us, but we must partner in obedience. We don't get to abandon what God assigned. Let me roll that back. And as a pastor say, God starts things in us, but we must partner in obedience. We don't get to abandon what God has assigned. And let me tell you, your girl knows about this oh so well. When I tell you I have come back and went forth and went back and forth with this whole podcast thing, and a few other things that God has given me. But since we're talking about this title podcast, I started, I stopped, I prayed about it, I procrastinated, I came up with all these reasons why it wouldn't work, I couldn't do it. But we don't get to abandon what God signed. When I tell you I've gotten my butt whooped from not continuing this podcast, that I'm so excited to be on here with you today to share with you my story and my journey, just so, again, you don't feel alone, but know that even as a life coach, I've struggled with some things. I'm still struggling with some things. But the thing about me is that I'm committed to finish what it is that God had started in me. And so at this point, with all the things I've gone through, it's like, hey, the only way to look is up at this point, and I have to finish it because I have each one of you all that are locked into this podcast, that'll listen to my episodes every couple of weeks or whatever. And it's like, hey, I need that lady. I need to know what my next thing is. Like, I need to know that somebody else is experiencing and going through, growing through what it is that I'm going through, that you're going to start growing through as well. And so, hey, I'm your girl. Lock me in. Continue to check in with me. If this episode is resonating with you, even in this moment, please just share a comment with me. Let me know how this is making you feel. Let me know how this is resonating with you. Share your story as well, as I want to be able to hear about what you have going on, as I didn't let you into my life and the transparency of it. And so my next reference is Jonah. Jonah was called, but resisted commitment. My next question: what are you running from? What are you delaying? What are you half doing? All because you don't feel like you want to do it, or you're not certain on what it is that you want to do, or how it is to do it. This is when you have to lean in, trust God, get you some mentors, get you a coach, find your therapist, sit with yourself on some things, and ask God for the answer, because I promise you, God will give you the answer. You just have to commit to the process. And not just the process, but be obedient in what it is that you're hearing in the process. It's almost like walking. I remember a game where they'll blindfold you, and basically you had to like walk and do these different prompts in order to get through the end of this game or end of this journey. And so it's almost like right now, like in life, like you heard God, you got these blindfolds on right now, which is faith, and now you're having to walk. This is that faith without works is dead. So now you're having to walk and you're having to trust God. And God said, okay, move left. But you know, if you keep straight, guess what's going to happen? You're going to bump into something. You're going to step on something. And so might as well just go ahead and just listen. So you're moving to the left. And God said, all right, 2 steps to the right. You got to move 2 steps to the right. Because if you don't and you keep going left, you're probably going to fall off or something. So I'm sharing that, and I'm saying it to say this. Trust God. Be obedient. Commit. Don't just go with the calling. Commit to it. Commit to it. So again, I'm going to run these questions back. What are you running from? What are you delaying? What are you half doing? When God starts these things in us, Scripture says again, he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Simply round it out, finish what you start. Treat it like a good, ribeye steak for those that like fish because you don't eat beef. Okay, let it be a good piece of good piece of salmon. If you don't eat that, okay, let it be a good vegan burger, whatever it is, seasoned to perfection. Finish it. Finish what it is that you have started, that God has began inside of you. So now we're going to talk about why people lose commitment. The first reason is discomfort. I'm going to tell you this: growth stretches you. Growth stretches you. Think about when you are going to the gym and you're about to start doing your strength training, and the first thing you need to do, you got to stretch, because if you don't stretch this thing out, I promise you, when you finish, you're going to be so sore, your body going to be doing all kind of crinkly cracks, all because you didn't stretch prior to you actually beginning your routine and your exercise, and it's going to be very uncomfortable. But the more honestly you stretch, the more you stretch, the more your body is going to warm up and get used to those activities, those exercises, and the better you're going to feel when you finish. So the first thing again is why people lose commitment is discomfort. The second reason is delay. Now, don't want to wait lifestyle, unfortunately. Don't give up and don't give in. Do not allow the delay, the instant gratification to keep you from your calling, from your assignment that God has given to you to do. Good things come to those who wait. That's the quickest thing that just came to me. Good things come to those who wait. And when I tell you there's been some things that have been delayed in my life, but when I tell you I'm appreciative to the delay, because your girl would have been off in some relationships, been off into some things that I wasn't ready for, or they weren't ready for me. Or let me even say this, they weren't right for me when I thought it was right for me. And so I appreciate the delay. So don't get off track and don't get lose focus when results don't come quickly. It's okay. The third reason why people lose commitment is distraction. Whew, let me tell you, I too have had a challenge with distractions here and there. Distractions come as comparison. Oh, this person doing this and I'm not there yet. This person got this and I don't have that. You're looking at social media, you're looking at this fantastic fantasy lifestyle that many people are portraying that don't really have, aren't really doing a lot of the things that you think and see that they're doing. And so now you're distracted. And then other people's timelines. Girl, you ain't finished that yet? Man, how much longer is it gonna take you, dog? You said that you were gonna do, and it's taking you a nope, nope. Do not get distracted. Let people do what they gonna do, and you need to do what it is God told you to do. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Other people's challenges may be similar, but the things that they have going on may be completely different. I can't tell you the number of times that I have, some people that come like, hey, girl, you need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, listen, you got a man, or you got a husband, or you got your mom and you got some help. It's just me. So I can't move the way you want me to move or do the things that you saying. It sounds good in theory, but when it comes down to practice, it ain't working for me. Social media again to get you hyped up. I am only honestly a lot of times on social media when I'm responding to someone's comment or question on any of my posts, more so my business than my personal. But on my personal, unfortunately, I'm on there only on there for a few minutes and then I'm off. So forgive me, my friends, my family that may post something, try to reach out to me through Facebook. You have a way to reach me, which is my phone number. You can call me or you can text me, but social media is not going to be the way that you access me. Only because again, I'm on there intentionally, not just for leisure. And then of course, again, other people's timelines, letting that go. The last thing is doubt. Did I really hear God? Sometimes the test of commitment is silence. Can you stay faithful when it feels quiet? And this is the big one. This is the big one. Doubt. Did I really hear God? Sometimes, again, the test of commitment is silence. Can you stay faithful when it feels quiet? It may not necessarily be a sound. It could also be nothing is happening. You are not getting any traction on your social media posts with your business. You're doing all these specials and sales. Nobody's buying anything. You're showing up to these different things. No one is there. Can you stay committed to what it is God is calling you to do, even when you cannot see, even when you cannot hear, but you know what it is you knew was God? Stay committed, stay focused, even when it seems and feels quiet. So now the next question you ask me is like, how do I stay committed, Shunte, Dr. Shunte? How do I stay locked in when I'm not seeing, I'm not hearing, I'm not feeling, I'm not touching, I'm not tasting? I'm just throwing out all the senses here. What it is that I thought I was going to see, feel, hear, touch, taste when God gave this thing to me. So here's some practical tools. I want you to revisit the original why. Why did God place this on your heart? Revisit the original why. Why did God place this on your heart? And sit in it for a minute. It's okay. It may not necessarily come right away. The answer may not come right away. But just sit in it and just think about it. Why did God place this on your heart? The next thing is build systems, not just passion. Oh, y'all. Now this is my challenging part. This has been one of my challenges, building systems. I'm definitely a passionate person. I lock in on the passion of what it is that I'm doing. I'm excited. You know, I don't see it, but I know it's coming. But what I did not do is certain things. I didn't build systems. That's calendars, schedules, accountability, and routine. I'm gonna run that back. Calendars, schedules, accountability, and routine. When I tell you that is how you're going to commit to what it is that God has called you to do, is putting systems in place. Systems allows for you to be committed. Commitment allows for you to be disciplined, and discipline allows for you to be consistent. And I'm so serious about that. The things that I put on my calendars, I'm going to get it done. Things that I schedule, I'm going to get those done too. When I got an accountability saying, hey girl, hey, like, okay, we're supposed to be walking every morning, every Wednesday morning at 8:30, that gives you a level of accountability. Now, sometimes things get off for one reason or another, but again, you need that accountability partner. And routine, what is it that you do? So I need you to lock in on, just like you get up, say your prayers, meditate, get out of bed, use the restroom, stretch, wash your face, brush your teeth, come up with your system just like that as you are committing to your calling. Now, the next thing is separate feelings from assignment. Again, many of us women, we get in our feelings. We are emotional led, not always logically moved by what it is that we're supposed to be doing. Pull those emotions out the way, ladies. Guys, now we need y'all to add in a little emotion every now and then. But separate feelings from assignment. You won't feel motivated every day. I didn't feel motivated this morning, but I knew that this is what I had to do because I didn't have a chance to record on yesterday. And so I woke up a little tired, a little sore because I had to sit on bleachers for almost 4 hours yesterday, my daughter's gymnastics meet. But I was like, all right, Shunte, we got to get this podcast recorded because guess what? You committed to this. Not only did you commit to this, but you committed to God. You told God that you were going to do that this season. You're going to lock in with what it is God is giving you to do. So now you got to lock in. Hey, so finish doing what you got to do. Push some meetings back, whatever you need to do, but you got to get this podcast recorded. And so that is what I am doing. I am recording even when I necessarily don't feel motivated to do this. The last thing I'm going to say is find your tribe. Get around purpose-driven people. Environment matters. If sitting in your house is making you dreary, think about doing laundry, cleaning up, washing, whatever it is, get out your house and get into a co-working space. If a co-working space is too busy for you, go to a library, sit in a park, get in your environment where you're going to thrive, but more importantly, get around people that are purpose-driven, that is going to motivate you, excite you, and give you the uplift that you need to keep moving forward. I can't tell you what it looks like to have community. It is such a blessing. And I'm going to be sharing with you all some things actually right in this moment on how you can get connected to your tribe, how you can have people in your room that are sharing similar, I guess, paths that you're sharing, not necessarily the same vision and purpose, that you can connect to, that you can really, really get driven to do what it is that you need to do. So something that I am going to be launching, as a matter of fact, this week is called the Purpose Life Founder Circle, and that circle is going to be created of people just like you. And with this circle, we're going to dive in. It's going to be a 3 month leadership collective for women as well as for men, building intentionally. This is going to include 3 live monthly 60-minute alignment calls, a CEO mindset bundle with your items that I'm going to mail to you. You're going to receive a founder's recognition because I'm just starting this out. So this will be the first time and the only time that this will be $167. It's going to be limited to 30 women. This cohort is going to run from March through May. And right now I'm running a $167 charter enrollment. And so again, this is the Purpose Life Founder Circle. Now, saying that, like, okay, you know what? I'm just needing to get started. I just need to get connected. I'm not fully there yet. Well, guess what? I have the Purpose Life Assignment Room. It's a subscription group that will give you access to me on a monthly basis. This is one monthly alignment audio, one guided reflection worksheet delivered straight to your inbox every single month. It's calm, it's structured, and it's accessible. It's a monthly mindset reset for women and men in transition. So I'm excited to bring these things to you again so that you can get locked in. Many of us are looking for our tribe and looking for our people. Well, here you go. I'm like Mystical right now. Here you go. And if for those of y'all who hadn't heard Mystical, don't even know who Mystical is, just Google him, and he has a song called "Here I Go," and so here I go. So I'm excited about that. Also, if you would like to meet me, and you're here in Georgia, gonna be in Atlanta area in particular, Snellville, I will be at Macy's on March the 15th, Sunday, March the 15th, from 2 until 7 o'clock. Drop in. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's talk on purpose. Let's talk about what you may be struggling in. Let's talk about some of your goals and where it is that you're trying to go. Let's talk about some of your wins and now you want to scale that win. Like, let's talk about it. I'm excited to be able to lock in with you at Market by Macy's, located at 1905 Scenic Highway in the Presidential Plaza. In the Target, there's a Panera Bread, and there's the new Boot Barn that's over there. But lock in, come and see me. I would love to meet you in person. And then Hall County and Gainesville City Schools. I am so excited to be a speaker at your Thrive and Connect Youth Summit on March the 10th. I'll be there from 10 to 2 o'clock leading a workshop with my young people. Now, many of y'all that don't know, let me just tell you, young people, that age group, 13 to 25, like that's my people. Those are my energy boosters, my rocket boosters, those that just get me all excited and just super just charged about doing what it is that I'm doing. Like, it's my young people. And last but not least, I will be one of the workshop facilitators at the Love and Meet Girls Conference, March the 22nd from 1 to 7 o'clock p.m. Go to my website. You will see more information on all of these things, as well as a $99 coaching special that I'm running. My website is www.purposed lifecoaching.com. Go to my website, find out more information, purchase your tickets, come to Macy's, Gainesville Hall County School System. I will see you all on March the 10th. Join my founder circle, lock into the subscription, and get connected. So, here we go. Call will introduce you to purpose. Commitment will sustain you in it. You don't need another confirmation. You need consistency. Only thing I'm going to ask you to do now is share this episode. I'm on all podcast platforms. Tag me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Leave me a review. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join one of my communities at Purpose Life Coaching. enjoy these times that we share. Let's continue to talk on purpose. Have an amazing week. I love you and talk to you soon.